In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about how to get a building license in Spain for a new build on urban land. Rustic land and renovations I'm dealing with in separate videos. Very briefly, I'm going to tell you all about what the process is, how long it takes, and how much it costs. Hello and welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, my name's John Wolfendale and I'm the founder and CEO of Ecovida Homes. We take what might look like a daunting and complex project to build your villa in Spain and we make it simple. So if you need some help, contact me through the website ecovidahomes.com. Now, getting a building license for urban land should be relatively straightforward because the default assumption is that you will get a license so long as your project conforms to the relatively easy to understand criteria, the maximum height, the distance from the boundaries, and the size of the property. Having said that, let me give you a couple of cautions. And of course, if you work with us, we do all of this for you. Okay, but first caution, before you buy the land, get hold of a Cédula Urbanística, which is a written report from the local authority on the current status of the land. And then the other thing is just check in with the local authority that there's no impediment to them giving you a building license because of the local infrastructure, the sewerage arrangements, and things like that. Then, of course, as with everything, take nothing for granted. And before we actually submit the building license application, we will check in with informally with the local planning officer that everything we do conforms to the planning regulations. Planning officers in Spain are themselves architects, and that's why it's a good idea to use a Spanish architect yourself to present your building license application, because there's a certain amount of professional respect between the two architects. Now, they tend to be cautious in their attitude. That's why we want to check in with things like the interpretation of the basement and the slope, and is it or isn't it a basement according to the local planning rules. And of course, that's also why the attitude of the planning officer is important, and that can vary widely between people and between municipalities. How much do you have to pay in taxes? Well, this varies between municipalities, so there's no general rule that applies throughout Spain, and there may be 2 or 3 different components that make up the final sum. As a very, very broad estimate, if you take your estimate of the contract sum without VAT, halve it and use 5% of that, you'll have a very rough idea of how much the building license fee might cost you in taxes. And of course, once we know where the plot is and which municipality it's in, then we can define that number precisely. How long does it take? Well, this varies enormously across Spain between municipalities. 2 to 3 months is fast, more typically 6 to 9 months. And of course, in some cases, it can take a lot longer. Once we know the municipality, then we can get some idea of how long it might take. And of course, in any case, we're going to use that time to get on with the detailed bills of quantities and go out to a competitive tender. Now, it may be that you'd like to see some real examples of some real projects that we've done recently to see whether we might be the right people to help you build your villa in Spain, in which case you need to watch the next video. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, like it, and I'll see you in the next video.